The opening track from 1969's Let It Bleed album by the Rolling Stones has been described as commanding, violent, graphic and apocalyptic. Mick Jagger has said of it, "When it was recorded, it was a time of war and tension, a very moody piece about the world closing in on you." But what is Gimme Shelter really about? And how was it created? The song's likely creator, Keith Richards, devoted several passages about the track's birth in his autobiography Life. In this video, I share the tale of its recording using Keith's own words. Gimme Shelter's potency has never gone away. It's the Rolling Stones' fourth most streamed song with over 645 million streams. Gimme Shelter. That haunting, droning note. An absolute disregard for any musical rules. We admired Jimmy Reed more for that than for his playing. The attitude. One of the first lessons I learned with guitar playing was none of these guys were actually playing straight chords. There's a throw-in. There's just how you feel about it. I learned there is often one note doing something that makes the whole thing work. It's usually a suspended chord. If you're playing an A chord, have a hint of D, or if it's a different feeling, an A chord with a hint of G should come in somewhere. These simple secrets led to the open chord riffs of later years, the Jumping Jack Flash and Gimme Shelter ones. I plugged the cassette into a little extension speaker and put a microphone in front of the extension speaker so it had a bit more breadth and depth, and put that on tape. Street Fighting Man, Jumping Jack Flash and half of Gimme Shelter were all made just like that on a cassette machine. All acoustic guitars. Sometimes there are 8 guitars on those tracks. It's difficult to put the middle and late 60s together because nobody knew what was happening. A kind of fog descended and much energy was around. Everybody, including me, had vague, half-baked ideas. Things are changing, but what for? And for where? It was getting political in 1968. It was getting nasty too. The side effects hit everybody, including us. There was a certain reality slowly penetrating. It became them against us, sort of thing. It was the first demonstration of how insecure governments really are, and once they perceive a threat, they keep looking for the enemy within without realizing that they are it. I wrote Gimme Shelter on a stormy day in Mount Street, London. Anita was shooting Performance at the time, but I ain't going to that set. I really didn't like the director, Donald Camel. He was a twister and a manipulator. Donald was a decadent dependent of the Camel shipyard family. A razor-sharp mind poisoned with vitriol. Something drove him mad about other clever, talented people. He wanted to destroy them. Putting people down was almost an addiction for Donald. Everybody had to be put in their place. I was sitting there in Mount Street, and there was this incredible storm over London. I got looking out over the window and looking at all the people with their umbrellas being blown about, running like hell. The idea came to me. My thought was storms in other people's minds, not mine. Later I realised this had more meaning than I thought. Threatening my very life today. It's got menace, alright. It's scary stuff. The chords are Jimmy Reed inspired. The same haunting trick sliding up the fretboard against the drone of the E note. It was a very productive period. Beggars Banquet, Let It Bleed. I never thought drugs had very much to do with whether I was productive or not. I would probably have written Gimme Shelter whether I was on or off the stuff. The song would seem to have been written by Richards alone. Gimme Shelter is credited as a Jagger Richards composition. Written in 1968 on cassette with an acoustic guitar, recorded February-March 1969 at Olympic Studios London, and October-November 1969 at Elektra Studios Los Angeles. Gimme Shelter is 55 years old in November 2024.